I was gonna go live, but I didn't want to be on here rambling. There's so many emotions because 2020 just continues to break our hearts. Welcome to Gladiator TV. I'm your host, your bro, Gary Foster Jr. Gladiators. We were all stunned by the news on Friday night that icon Chadwick Boseman passed away at the age of 43 from stage 4 colon cancer. He was one of the greatest actors of our time. He revitalized the lives of so many black icons: Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall, James Brown, which I don't think he gets enough credit for the James Brown piece. However, he will always be known as King T'Challa, Wakanda forever. Let's get into this episode. It hit like a ton of bricks, because it was unexpected. I mean, we didn't even know that he was sick. And from what I read, he was diagnosed in 2016. So that means he gave us Black Panther, Marshall, Get On Up, 2 Avengers movies, 21 Bridges, and a Spike Lee joint, while in the fight of his life. My mans was serving while suffering. And while suffering in silence, people had the nerve to talk bad about him, to tease him about his weight loss. Could you imagine? I mean, he had to take an Instagram post down from the comments. But that's why we should never be careless with our words and just throw them on people, because you never know what someone is carrying. It may not be the burden that you have, but I guarantee you that everyone you meet, whether you hold them in high regard or low, they are carrying something that you know nothing about. So why don't we get a little heavy on the I love yous this year? Why don't we get a little heavy on the encouragement for one another? Because life is hard enough as it is. Let's not make it even more painful for one another. But Chadwick was strong. He persevered beyond the ugly of what was attacking him. And he brought out all of the beauty that was inside of him out for the world to see. And I think it's because he was driven by one thing. In almost every public speech of Chadwick that I've heard in the last 24 hours, there has been one major word: purpose. Purpose, by definition, is the reason for which something exists, the reason in which something is done, the reason in which something is made or used, the intended or desired goal of being. Maybe Chadwick knew his time was limited. Maybe he didn't. But what I do know is my man's was about his work. When I think of all that he accomplished in this last decade, it's like, whoa, he was on a mission. I mean, we said it while he was alive. So my mans, you gonna play all our black heroes? Athlete, entertainer, superhero, lawyer, all of them? Like, how did he accomplish so much in so little time? Chadwick Boseman was the commencement speaker at Howard University in 2018. He had a lot to say about purpose. Let's take a look.
Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time.
He's talking about the road less traveled. I think Chadwick was telling us, and little did we know, showing us not to take the easy way out. What was he thinking to put himself through all of that? It makes me think about the Bible and how Mary and Joseph left their 12-year-old son, Jesus, at the Passover festival in Jerusalem. They left and went a day's journey and didn't notice that he was gone. I mean, maybe they were busy chatting it up, or maybe they just weren't focused, but whatever it was, it took them 3 days to get back to find him. And when they did find him, they found him in the temple, and he was talking and teaching with the elders. Mary, his mother, worried sick, said, "Why did you do this to us?" Mind you, she left him. And he said, "Well, why were you concerned? Didn't you know that I have to be about my Father's business?" I could really go into a whole thing about what happens when you leave God, but I'll save that for another platform and another time. But you see, Chadwick, he was about his Father's business. He was in tune with his purpose. He was legendary, and he did it gracefully. I want to challenge us to be in the pursuit of purpose. Purpose is not found in what you do. That is how you express your purpose. But purpose comes from within. It comes from the Creator. So, homework. I've never given you this before, I know. But we've got to begin to do this work. 2020 has shown us that time is not on our side, so it's time to put in the work. 3 questions for homework. Question 1, why am I here? Question 2, what am I here to do? 3, God, why did you create me? This is the pursuit of purpose. Because God saw a problem in the earth, and he created you specifically to address it. When God created me, what was on his mind? That is the pursuit we should be on. Because everything else is purposeless. So to my dear T'Challa, you've done so much for our image as Black people. You've provided our little Black boys an identity to aspire to. Black Panther's legacy alone gave us the greatest sense of pride since Obama. It gave us an internal light in a dark world. Thank you for your contribution to the world. Thank you for creating, even while suffering. Chadwick Boseman, you are a Black icon and a global treasure. Your impact will reverberate far beyond today. You will be missed, but most importantly, you will never be forgotten. Join me in a moment of silence for Chadwick Boseman, who will forever be known as King T'Challa. Rest in power, King. Wakanda forever. Thank you. Now, go turn on Black Panther. And tomorrow, don't have a great day. Use your power walk in your light, and create a great day. Much love, many blessings, peace.